Dallas, why haven't we had a podcast in forever? Come on.
Dallas,
Get your game together.
Dallas, I was gone and you did nothing. Like literally nothing. We have had a podcast and like never. We've never had a podcast before, Dallas. Why is that?
Come on,
Dallas.
all of the Robertos were counting on you.
Dallas, in your defense, you're a dumbass.
You let down all of those Robertos.
Why was that so
How
funny?
dare you?
Hi everyone, and welcome back to the LunchTable podcast. These are my
Yep.
acquaintances,
We've been downgraded, guys.
Blake's not.
and
We went from
Blake's not here. Otherwise, they'd be my friends. Why? It's normally it's I got a freaking text message. What?
Ooh, someone's popular.
Wasn't even from the person I've been texting.
That's disappointing.
It's a dick pic from some random guy.
It was Jordan, actually.
So it was.
Close enough.
Dallas, we don't want to know what you do.
So he is a jerk, so it was. Never mind. Just.
So, how's it going,
It was
Robertos?
Dallas's dad.
You talking to me?
Oh snap!
You talking to me?
It was totally not even planned.
Oh man.
All I hear is.
I'm pretty sure that's all they heard. Too.
Shut up.
Wow. What are the odds, man?
It's like whenever Elijah entered in the chat. Or entered in the call.
Yeah, that was great.
I got on Skype the exact moment I joined the call. They played. Dun, dun, dun.
Wait.
Uh-huh. Hello. Ring ring.
Talking.
Oh wow. Okay. You guys cut out for like 10 seconds.
Oh, okay. So, Elijah, you didn't play that music when you entered?
No, that wasn't me.
We thought it was you.
Oh.
Then who was it?
Spencer, was that you?
I didn't do it.
I don't have that song.
I don't have it either.
It had Elijah's lying to us.
No,
Alright.
no. I didn't. There is no way I did that. I don't have that in video form anywhere on my.
Alright, somebody's lying
I
to
heard
us.
that through the
Yeah.
call, dude. I heard that through my headphones, and it had to have been through the call. If you guys heard it too.
Alright, who's lying to us?
I don't know what's going on here, man.
Who's the liar?
Does Skype do that now?
Jerry.
Did they add an Easter egg every time I join the call?
That'd be great.
Okay, Robertos, we believe our Skype has been haunted.
Haunted.
Has been haunted.
Has been haunted, yes, my English works perfectly.
It would have been great if whoever did the dun 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 thing
Dun,
See,
dun,
and
would have done that as soon as Jeremiah said haunted.
Well, the thing is, it's even better because of the video I made, the 3-second long
Whoever's
video
doing-
featuring that music.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought you had, that you were
That's
playing.
what I thought somebody else was playing.
Whoever's doing it, do it.
I don't even know, man.
Blake was on here for a quarter of a second.
That's what I'm thinking, actually.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Thinking
It's like
that.
that's the only
Alright,
logical
I'm calling him.
explanation.
I'm calling-
Get your
On
butt
it.
on, Blake.
We're calling it. He's dead.
He's dead.
He's
That would be really yeah, actually.
Alright, I'm gonna put this up to the microphone here.
Oh, we're gonna add Blake to the call via Dallas's phone. Good job.
Great. Technology.
Can he hear us? Will Blake be able to hear us?
This is excellent.
No.
All right.
He's not gonna be able to hear me either if he doesn't answer.
Wait, I don't want to say.
We're on the podcast.
Blake, say something if you're gay. Or
Okay, so it wasn't Blake that got on the call and did the dun 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 thing.
No. No.
It couldn't have been Jordan.
Yeah, he didn't even know about that, as far as I know.
Well, Jordan didn't know about the dun 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 thing. Because it was hilarious. Elijah got on the call,
dun 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 thing. What
Dun, dun, dun.
thing?
Yeah. Well, Elijah got on the call, and as soon as he got on, that music played. And he heard it through his speakers. And we don't know who did it.
Wasn't me. Or Jerry.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It was Jerry.
Right.
I promise you, it wasn't me.
Podcast from 3 hours away.
Jordan got bursted skills. I got third.
Yeah, he texted us. Do you move on to nationals for getting third?
Hey Blake, why didn't you do better?
Oh snap, son.
Spencer says, why didn't you do better?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That is your problem.
Questions we'll never know.
Alright,
Pound.
good luck in your bowling tournament. Bye.
There's
All right, Dallas. So your voice is super loud when you're right next to the microphone.
Oh, I know, I'm sorry.
yeah, it was like.
Like exactly. Like that is like Spencer just really, really fast repeated that entire conversation doing that.
Did you understand what I was saying, though?
Yeah.
Alright, then you can just
It was just-
turn it down.
It was just staticky. Yeah, I guess I could. Yeah. But we couldn't hear Blake's voice then. No, I'd have to turn it down every time you talk. Just cut that and
Yep.
turn it down.
I'm sorry, Elijah.
No. All right, so we gonna start now.
This has been part of the podcast.
Well, I know. I mean, like start in.
No.
Oh, yeah, we have topics,
No,
don't
we're just gonna skip.
We
that
have
entire
topics.
thing.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Elijah has the best
Thanks
freaking...
for watching the podcast. We'll see you again next time.
Ah.
Wait.
Jerry even said
No.
bye. He's like convinced.
Yeah, I know.
One on the list. Update on our crappy lives. Elijah has the best freaking story ever.
Slightly
Did you say
censored.
breast?
Slightly
The
censored.
breast freaking story. Is that what you said, Dal?
Maybe.
Slightly censored.
Slightly censored.
I
Oh,
I am
it's
very
Just
gonna be
slightly.
I'm very
Just-
explicit in my typing.
Yes.
Um.
Whoa.
Whoa.
too far, man. Too far.
I don't-
Use offensive language.
I don't.
Might as well go.
No. 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 I still censor the podcast. I'm not going to censor my videos anymore, but I will censor the podcast. Hey, plugins! I make videos. Hey, guys, you should watch those.
Link yourself in the description since you're on my channel doing that.
Dallas, I always link myself. You always
Yeah, because
link.
I set it up so it automatically has it.
I link you too, which you probably don't want because that's your like account.
You just link yourself.
No.
You put a
I
link
linked
to the
Dallas.
video
I think,
in the
I
video
linked
description.
Dallas's like personal YouTube account.
What?
No, like.
I gotta see this. Because I never look at what you upload on my channel.
Yes. All right.
Practice.
All right. I want to make the thumbnail something boring, and the whole video is me punching babies.
What? What?
Sorry, my mom came in the room. What did you say?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Nothing about
Just
punching
something about
babies.
punching babies. That's all I heard.
Nope. Don't worry about it.
Nothing like that happened.
Alright, also, why was the last podcast called 3D Penis Fanboys?
Well,
yeah,
we talked about
I
3D
did-
printing Apple fanboys and like taking pictures of penises and 3D printing them.
Elijah, why would you link to that channel? I haven't been on I don't even remember the password to that channel.
But your videos on that channel are so good.
What?
Dude,
Save my stuff. Save my stuff.
link my Twitch.
Oh.
Just link my
Oh.
Twitch.
Oh.
Just link the
Thanks.
Twitch.
Oh, I'm
The-
sorry. Was Spencer playing a game
Is
while
there-
we were doing
can
the
we-
podcast?
Can we? Yes, you are too.
No, I'm not.
No,
Yeah,
he
you were.
left.
I left when we started.
Mm-hmm. Dang it.
I'm changing it right now, by the way, Elijah.
Okay, you can
Got
change
it.
it. I don't care. You can
I just
unlink
seriously-
yourself.
But in all seriousness, can we please put walls on that? I hate that.
Yeah.
I literally just lost all my stuff because there's no walls on it.
No, you
Also
didn't. I
because
got
you
it.
kept all your stuff in your inventory.
Well, it shouldn't be a problem, should it?
Well, I mean, if it was a problem, you should probably take your stuff out of your inventory while you farm.
Well, I didn't have a place to put it.
You know, like all the empty chests over there.
Yeah, that are filled with ender pearls.
Not,
Here.
not like
Okay,
them.
this is like the mass of it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9 to 10 chests of double chests filled with ender pearls. That's
Yeah.
how many we have.
They usually play Minecraft while we record.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know this.
Yeah.
I tried to stop it. I have failed our Robertos.
All right. So you want me to tell my best freaking story?
I
Yes.
just don't care enough to stop. Because then
Because you have to contribute.
I don't have enough to add to the conversation.
Well,
I feel
the
like I
thing
did.
about it is every time that you are playing it, you scream something random in the middle of somebody's
It
story.
always messes up bad.
Yeah. Which is the reason why I don't want you to play it while we record.
Well, sorry.
Alright, so I have a story.
I thought it added flavor.
Well, I mean, it does, but it's like
So
basically
does
the same.
onions to ice cream, but it's bad.
Basically like the same flavor as the gum you find off the sidewalk.
Yeah, our whole 10 viewers are gonna be really pissed about that.
6 of them
Yeah,
are us and Cherish.
Our whole 4 viewers will no.
Does Cherish really watch our stuff?
No, probably not.
She's part of the
I was about
Skype.
to say.
Like she's still involved in Skype.
Yeah.
Skype
Can we
is
get rid of
broken,
her?
so she can't talk in the Skype
I
chat.
can-
So she reads everything we put.
I hope she doesn't.
No, Blake ran into her
too.
and talked to her. She's like, "Yeah, I see everything you guys do. I just can't respond. My Skype's messed up."
All right.
So funny. I think that one time we should just like have a conversation about
Alright,
Cherish.
so I'm running on not very much sleep because I stayed up all night last night because I went to like a lock-in thing in Indianapolis at like a rock wall climbing thing called Climb Time.
I'm done.
Jerry. And what? And
Excuse me.
sorry. And on my way there, or on my way, yeah. Well, I guess okay. We all met up at a certain spot. Like everybody that was going met up at a certain spot, and then we all drove over there, like carpooled over there. So as I'm driving to there, I realized. Well, first of all, I was just gonna drive me and my brother, and we were gonna leave early, so we didn't get there late when they were supposed to leave. And they said they didn't have enough people to drive. So my mom's like, "Here, I'll just go, and if they need another driver, I'll drive, but I'm not gonna call them ahead of time and volunteer myself." So she wasn't going to call them to check if they had enough drivers yet, and she didn't get ready to leave
She was just gonna
until
go.
like the last moment. And when she did, she decided to call them. They had gotten a 15-passenger van, and they were going to be fine. So then my mom's like, "Go, go, guys, go!" It's like we were going to go 15 minutes ago, but you wouldn't call them. So I go to leave, and we're like just gonna. We have to pick up somebody on the way too, so we're just like going to barely make it on time, and then I realize we're almost out of gas. So I have to go to the nearest gas
The
station.
age-old.
I have to go to the nearest gas station to my house, which is like right next to the interstate, so I'll be able to get into town faster. Using the interstate. So I was like, here, I'll just fill up on gas real quick and go there. I go to the gas station. It's broken. Credit card. I have a credit card for gas, and that's all I can use it for. The credit card thing was broken. They could only take cash there, and I was like literally almost out of gas. Like I had like maybe 10, 20 miles left on the tank. I was like, okay, well I'll just take the interstate into town and go to the first gas station I see. So I'm going through the interstate, and I'm freaking out because every time the car shifts down a gear, I'm like, oh no, we died. I'm like, okay, we're. so,
Panic attack.
so I'm like, okay, here's the exit. I get off the exit. I'm taking the exit into town. Car dies. Like I go to press the accelerator. The car starts slowing down. All the lights come on, like the lights on the dashboard. I was like, oh no, we just died. I'm talking to my brother 'cause he's with me, and so I'm rolling. I'm just basically in neutral, rolling down the exit ramp. There's a stoplight up there. I'm like, oh no, we're just gonna get stopped at this stoplight and stop everyone up. And then my brother's like, oh no, we could just. He's like, there's a gas station right there, and the light turns green. I'm able to move over into the right lane. By the way, the whole time the car's off, my braking and steering gets harder and harder to do. Like the brake locks up more and the steering wheel locks up more. So I managed to.
Because I mean, it's power
Like
steering,
this,
power
power
braking.
steering.
Yeah. So I get into
Yeah.
this old car. It's like
You lose your power steering.
1992, I think, maybe just 1990. Anyway, yeah, it's a 1990 car, so it's 24 years old. Yeah, and so I get into the right lane. The light's green, so I can just make the right turn. This whole time, the car has no power at all. I'm going by momentum because we're going downhill. I make the right turn, just barely, not hitting the car that's that's there going the other way. Stopped at the light, roll into a Shell gas station, and stop right at the pump.
Wow.
Wow.
That's really lucky.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there for a little bit. I'm like, I actually don't know if the pump will reach my gas can or my tank. I'm like, we might be like just barely too far away to fill up on gas. But it reached.
I mean, you can push it.
Yeah,
Pushed it.
I know. I could have
Yeah.
gone out and pushed it, but it would have been embarrassing pushing a car at a gas station. No, it reached, and I managed to pick up a guy and get there on time. But my car died coming off the interstate, and I rolled all the way to a gas station from there.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, that's my best freaking story ever.
That's
Wow. You have a really boring life. No, okay.
So,
Well, I mean, as Blake said, I got a car, and then I was like, now what? Where do I go?
That's a good description.
how do I use this?
How do I
forgot.
car?
How do I life? Where do I go with car?
What is? How do I car? That's how you're supposed to say it. What? Aren't you a young person? You're supposed to know these things, Elijah.
What? But that wouldn't make
Youngin.
sense though, because I know how to use a car.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you would use that. It's like you would go,
How do
you would go like,
car?
how do I video game if you couldn't play the game right?
How do I video?
So if you're going to go, how do I car? That means I suck at driving, which I don't. I just suck at maintaining my car from running out of gas.
So,
Well, how do I
Now
maintenance?
the thing is, if I hadn't gone to the gas station, by the interstate and just gone straight into town, I would have made it to the gas station there just fine. Because I have to go the opposite way to get to the interstate, but the interstate's faster. So, so even though it's faster to go on the interstate, it took more gas to get into town going that way.
so I guess I'll give an update of myself.
Well, whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's have a vote. Who cares about Dallas's life?
Jerry does.
Elijah,
Shut up,
do
Jerry.
you care?
What?
Do you care, Jerry?
Depends on the day.
What about you, Elijah?
Do I care about Dallas's life?
Yeah.
I mean,
Dallas, just go ahead
Dallas,
and say
I don't
it.
care what
No
you
worries.
say as long as it's not about what happened yesterday.
I don't remember what happened yesterday.
I'm not
So-
sure how to take
so
that
that was
vote,
a dream.
so I'm gonna
All
take
right,
it
that
as
was
Pretty
Dallas.
crazy
Go ahead,
partying
Dallas.
last night, right?
Go ahead, Dallas.
All right.
We'll
So,
have fake enthusiasm for everything.
so I'm really busy.
Oh my gosh, really?
Whoa, that's amazing. I'm busy too. We're so busy. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, be nice. I love it, Spencer.
Yeah, Jerry, stop.
What is,
Yeah, Spencer,
Spencer,
stop playing Minecraft.
Spencer, stop.
Be nice to
Stop
Robertos.
harassing.
Because all I hear
Is click,
through
click,
this entire time is
click, 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 click. Except not as
except
loud.
probably not that loud.
Yeah, because Spencer's microphone's a little bit better.
It's also not as close to him as mine. So, in just this month alone, I'm missing 6 days of school due to things that I have to go to out of town. And
That's why I haven't seen you. Wait.
I
You missed
hate
6 days of school this week?
no. I said in this month I'm missing 6 days
Oh.
of school,
Okay.
which is going to be tomorrow, Tuesday, or not tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday of this coming week, and the 27th and 28th, either due to First Robotics or Business Professionals of America. And if my team, which includes Spencer for robotics, or if I do well at BPA, I'm gonna miss even more days of school because I will have to go out of town again for more crap that I don't want to have to go for because it takes so much time and I have hard classes.
Didn't they have like a robotics thing down in Arkansas?
Yeah,
Probably.
That was pretty big.
I mean, there's an Arkansas regional.
Okay, that's probably what it was. Because my brother was working there.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I was like, Jeremiah, why would you know about something in Arkansas?
Because that's where my brother goes.
Yeah, I didn't think about that until you said it.
Yeah. Think about it.
But
Shut up.
Two things. Think about it. No, sorry.
Alright, so, first of all, I just said he loved my life in the chat. Second of all, he's going to be gone for 5 to 10 minutes. But we're going to continue on without him.
we can't. It's too difficult.
And by we're going to go on without him, I mean Jeremiah and I are going to go on without him while Spencer plays Minecraft.
I'm here too.
Well, wait a minute. Jerry's playing Minecraft too.
Yeah, but Jeremiah still talks.
Yeah.
Well, when I try and talk, you guys just give me shit. So, and then you yell at me when I don't want to be on the podcast. So, don't feel that bad.
Alright,
So,
so first
what are we
time,
discussing, Dallas?
Jeremiah, did you download the topics?
No, I haven't. I can do that real quick.
Alright, well, I'm just going to send you the link to the first one we're going to talk about.
Well, I mean, I can.
Get onto that and then download the thing.
Okay, this one I know about.
Yeah,
This one I can talk
I
about.
know a little bit about it. So first thing is Elder Scrolls Online, and
This seems amazing to me personally.
I want to play it. Kinda. I don't have time, but I want to play
Really,
it.
you want to play? You never struck me as an Elder Scrolls person.
I mean, I could kind of see Dallas playing it, but
I don't.
but he'll probably have a big learning curve because he doesn't know.
Guys, it's a well-programmed MMO.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no learning curve. They dumbed it down. Maybe if you
Oh,
went
okay.
back and played like
All right.
Daggerfall or something, then you might be in trouble.
All
I
right.
played Skyrim.
Skyrim is dumbed down.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
But it's a lot better
Like
than
even
Morrowind.
Oblivion was probably the best one. I mean, Morrowind was the best. Oblivion was.
I don't remember.
Morrowind probably
Skyrim
had the
kind of
best
a downhill.
storyline.
I'm pretty sure I've seen a bit of Morrowind, but
Morrowind was. I never really played it, but I always heard it was a really good game. I played it a little bit, but I
I
never really.
remember
It
watching
was
my cousin
good.
play it.
It's just
He got eaten by piranhas.
Well, it's just with like the graphics. The graphics were good for that time period, but considered to now
I don't care about graphics.
time.
Graphics are stupid, and nobody should care about it for that
Yeah,
reason.
Well,
some things. I mean, it can make a game better, but I don't think
If it prevents you from
typically
playing
it doesn't
the
make a
game,
game worse.
if it prevents you from playing the game in the way that you want to, then
But
graphics
most time it doesn't. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But
No, I disagree with you.
Alright.
if you go back and look at frickin' Super Mario Bros, you don't expect that to be high resolution HD.
Yeah.
You want to play frickin' Super Mario Bros. If you want to play Mario 64, you don't want HD Mario 64. You just want to play some Mario 64.
Yeah. Of course.
So I don't think they should dumb down the graphics now to go back to what it was before, but
Well, no, like I'm not saying to dumb down the graphics. I'm saying if they could remake the Morrowind and basically this with like if they were to change the skill and the skills like they did with Skyrim, it would just make the game 10 times more better.
No,
Because the storyline
that's
was
what I
really good.
disagree with actually. Is that the skills in Skyrim are dumb. compared.
Well,
Like they
I
have.
personally like it because you can go ahead and train in all of them and be proficient in in all of the skills, but then like you can choose which ones you want to be better at. Which I mean, which is kind of what
No,
you do in the beginning
I
of
I like the
Morrowind.
skill. No, I like the skill tree. I don't think they should have removed some of the skills they did.
Okay, like what?
Like they removed some stuff that made the
Like
Elder
hand to
Scrolls
hand?
series weak. What?
Like they removed hand to hand, right? And
Right. They
athletics,
removed hand to hand. They removed
athletics and acrobatics. Yeah,
right, and
those
they
are the.
removed and they removed luck.
Oh yeah, within the.
Right.
Well,
Like that was all stuff that was really unique to Elder
no,
Scrolls.
I
And
thought they
they
removed.
basically
Drop. That means okay. Elijah's back.
All right.
As far as in the call, not
Okay.
actually here.
Yeah,
But
conversation.
he's the one that's recording. So if he leaves, then recording dies.
Okay.
That's why I checked.
Okay.
Um, as far as Elder Scrolls Online goes, I don't know too much about it myself. I have two friends that have gotten the beta testing for it. So
My brother has debated Steam.
I have beta tested, but I haven't been able to do it yet because it's usually during school.
And it's usually on Fridays too.
Right. They always do it on Friday at
Yeah.
noon. So I never get to do
oh,
it.
okay.
Or I totally would.
Well,
Yeah, me too.
I'm pretty sure I'll be able to talk
Computer
to some
power.
people and hear a little bit more about it.
Okay.
It releases April 4th, though, like the official.
Yeah, it's not going to be long.
Yeah.
No. Well,
All right. Shall we move on to the next topic?
what is the next topic?
Hold on. I'm checking something out. Okay, so with the attributes in Morrowind, they were agility, endurance, luck, personality, speed, strength, willpower.
Personality. Did they remove that?
Personality. I don't think they. Okay. And then the attributes in Skyrim is health, magic, and stamina, which I do agree that
Yeah,
those
they
are
just
kind of
dumbed it down.
stupid. Yeah, those are a little stupid because I did like the attributes, like the agility, endurance, intelligence, like that kind of stuff. I did enjoy that stuff because depending on the attributes you chose as your primary ones, that affected like like if you were a mage, you would get intelligence. As and your magic.
See, like, I feel like Elder Scrolls went for the money instead of a good game, which makes sense, but, like, they
Yeah.
made the game go from, like, a cool game to just, like, a game everyone wants to play. It's like, they went
Which I
from...
mean, it probably did good for the company
Oh,
because
yeah, I mean, as from an Gosh dang, people in my house are loud. Sorry. Ridiculously loud. But, like,
yeah. Continue. Sorry.
Jeez.
I know, right? It's been, like, all day. They just, like, yell when they talk.
Yeah. Well, and then one thing in Morrowind that I like that my brother doesn't completely agree with is the thing with the boots of blinding speed with the Curious of Savior Hide, that it
Right.
got rid of the blindness, but you kept your speed aspect of it, which my brother doesn't completely
See,
agree with
that
that.
was Morwin's biggest fault, is that this took too long to do anything.
Yeah, that was about but it, I think it made it more fun than Skyrim because Skyrim you can just play and be done within like a week. Morrowind you had to take.
Not
Uh,
really. Maybe the main storyline, yes, but not like there's a lot to the game.
well, yeah,
Just
I mean
storyline.
there is a lot to the
But
game,
I
but
mean, you're right. It's more. It's a little bit more grind. It's less grindy. You do
yeah,
need a balance. I mean, you don't want a game you can just
yeah.
fly through if you're good at
But
it.
but I did like the way that they had the skill tree set up. That was very nice, and I like the new things that they added in, like
Yeah, there
like
were
the
good
slow
things.
time with the archery. That
But
was very effective.
but personally, I still like Oblivion a lot better. And there's things I like about Skyrim better, but overall, I like
I
Oblivion.
actually haven't played
I enjoy
Oblivion.
a lot.
I've seen it been played. I've just never played it myself.
I played Oblivion a lot. I enjoyed Oblivion quite a bit.
Oblivion does seem very good.
I like the
mean,
storyline a lot too.
yeah,
was
yeah.
good.
The storyline was pretty good. Um,
And
I
it was cool looking. Like you basically went to hell all the time, and that was cool.
yeah,
Terrifying.
yeah.
That's
Um,
that's one of the few games that isn't
Yeah.
supposed to be scary and actually has like good moments where it's kind of like, oh, this is kind of creepy.
Yeah.
I like things like that. Like I don't want to play scary games, but I like to play games that can actually inflict some emotions beyond.
Rage.
Oh, I won.
Besides rage.
I succeeded. I don't know. That's what you think.
What do I think about which thing that you said?
What we were just talking about.
How things could be scary without it being meant to be scary?
Like, kind of, I guess. Like, just not necessarily scary, just mood-wise.
Oh, yeah. A lot of games haven't done that recently. It's like that one game where you're supposed to be going around with a video camera. What's it called?
Oh, that one where like you're in the insane asylum.
Yeah. We talked about it before. I don't remember the name of it. Elijah
I
would,
don't remember
but
either.
obviously that's supposed to be a horror game. But things like Skyrim and the Elder Scrolls series do this thing where it's legitimately like, oh geez, I better get out of here before I die.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's not scary to the point where you're just jumping out of your seat or whatever, but it scares you into quick action within the game. So I think it does. Games like that do a very good job of what they're supposed to be doing, because that's a good way to play a game, is having to do things. You have to think about things very fast and do them very well in order to play right.
Okay. Hey, Spencer. Um, with like the birth signs between, like the difference between Morrowind and Skyrim and the birth signs, how'd you feel about that?
Um. I mean, that was in Oblivion too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, there was a big difference between them, but it's like, in
Now, what
Morrowind
else
at the
did they?
beginning of the game,
I
you
don't.
chose your birth sign.
I haven't played Skyrim. Well,
Um, okay, well, in Morrowind, at the beginning of the game, you choose your birth sign, which is like the
yeah,
lover,
I
the
was talking
lord.
about Skyrim. What are they doing in Skyrim? That's what I can remember.
On Skyrim, you've got standing stones, which you've got about your. There are the three main ones. There's the thief, there's the warrior, and then there's the
Oh,
mage.
okay.
Are
Yeah,
the
I
are the Archonauts?
especially in Oblivion. I always thought that was fun.
Wait, say that again, because you kind of.
Like
Sorry.
I I liked that in Morrowind and Oblivion a lot.
Hmm. Yeah, which I thought was pretty interesting, but I also like the aspects with the standing stones, where like you actually
Well, I
went to an altar and you kind of prayed at it was kind of what I got from it. But
well I like the idea of those games are so vast that it's important that you have that as
yeah,
much into visualization as possible because you want to make
hmm
uh, people's experience vastly different than other people's, and you want to be able. You want. It's nice to be able to go through and play the game completely differently, because
yeah.
with games like that, you should be able to.
And then there's the thing with the clothing. I remember that because that was pretty big to me because in Morrowind you can wear clothing underneath your armor, but in Oblivion and Skyrim you cannot.
I didn't even know that. I probably only put 4 hours on the Morrowind.
All right, I think we kind of diverted from
Yeah.
Yes.
Elder Scrolls Online to just the Elder Scrolls in general, which is fine with me. But I think we should move on to the next topic since we've talked about that for a while. And
Okay, I was about to say well, I mean, we could talk about the online one if we wanted to.
Well, none of us know extreme amounts about it, other than they're currently doing beta testing and stuff with people that signed up for beta tests to play it.
Right.
I can make a reference with my brother, or like ask my brother.
Well, we can talk about it in the next podcast as well,
Oh yeah,
when we can talk to other people and find out information about it.
yeah. Okay, so next topic is
Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare.
okay. Now this is a
So-
topic I don't really know about. This is more of Dallas's topic.
So, while you guys were talking about Elder Scrolls, I did a lot of research on this.
Yeah.
And Plants vs. Zombies, the typical defense game. I don't know how else to describe it. Strategy defense game.
It's a tower too. I thought
Well, it's kind of a tower defense. Yeah, I guess you could call it a tower defense.
It's like
it
Yeah,
it actually
own
seems
spin on
kind
it.
of like how there's a game that looks similar to this. It's like you build turrets and you make a path, but you also have guns and weapons that you can use to fend off your.
Isn't there a first person shooter that's a tower defense game on Steam?
Yeah, which is the one I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
First-person shooters is not the same thing as the. This is
No,
strategy.
no, you understand. They made a tower defense game, and then they had you were a first person shooter in it, so it's very interesting.
Well, that sounds.
Yeah, it was.
It sounds interesting, yeah. But all right, so typically, Plants vs Zombies is just the typical tower defense game. You set up your plants. Your plants fire at the zombies that come to try to eat your brains. And in Plants vs Zombie 2, Crazy Dave lost a taco, or he ate a taco. He wanted to go back in time to get a taco again because it tasted so good. You went on an adventure
That's good logic.
to go get the taco back in time in Crazy Dave's van that talks. It can also go back in time, so, I mean, talking is not that big of a deal. Anyways,
What?
Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, totally different type of game. It is a third-person shooter where the plants and the zombies are controllable characters that all have special abilities. And it's really funny looking. The trailer, the first like teaser trailer, was a bunch of like guys that looked like they were in Iraq or Afghanistan or whatever, and they were just like running and hiding behind walls, and then one guy runs up and hides behind the wall, and he has a dolphin looking. It looks like a dolphin gun, and then he pops out from behind the wall and starts shooting other people with fish. And
What?
that was their teaser trailer for Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare. It was like, put down the guns, grab a dolphin, and
What?
looking at the game, and they have quite a few trailers out, and the game's out now for Xbox One and Xbox 360. It's also coming to PC in spring of this year. So, it looks pretty fun. And
Interesting.
according to IGN, they said that it's not just your average third-person shooter with a skin tacked onto it. It's a complete game by itself with the humor and the story from the apps that they made connected to it, and it's its own experience. So it might be something that I buy for PC, maybe, because it's a very it has the multiplayer stuff. It's up to 24 player multiplayer, um, like online play. So maybe if these guys at the podcast want to join me sometime in buying it, if it ever gets cheaper.
Well, first of all, Elijah and Blake have to pay me back for
No, I don't.
paying for Starbound.
I-
Or give me your Ruby.
We're on Plants' Plants and Zombies.
All right.
Yeah, we're Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare.
Alright.
Why should Plants vs Zombie 2? Plants vs Zombie 2 is totally different.
I didn't really have an opinion on the Elder Scrolls Online or know enough about it to say much.
Good.
We just talked more about the Elder Scrolls in that online.
Spencer, your house
Yeah.
looks amazing
Talk about this year.
from your picture.
Thank you.
Dang it, Elijah.
But you should,
Is this picture on
you need to
Skype?
come and see it in real life sometime.
Okay,
I know.
well,
I
I
forgot.
mean, as long as your family members won't be there.
Wow, it's pretty harsh.
It's pretty true.
All right. So, I think we're about done talking about Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
It's just like
It does look pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm
it's
pretty
not
cool.
real- It's not really your
You-
average shooter game where it's just like, oh, kill stuff. It's like
Oh,
it's a
got him.
it's a the shooters, which is something that Plants vs Zombies does very well, is take comedic takes on things.
Hey, I hit something. Said no stormtrooper ever.
Jerry, that
Our
was the most
droid.
random thing.
Alright. Why
I thought of a shooter and I thought instant storm clue.
why is it called why is the article called Banished Review? And why do you have twice?
It's a game
Alright,
called
my bad.
Banished.
The other one was supposed to be Titanfall.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't want to talk about that anyways.
Pizza.
Oh, bye, Spencer.
Well,
Oh, I thought you just left your
There's a
room.
lot of
Like
family.
that
I'll let
door,
them
that
eat
door
first.
closing was you just walking up,
Okay.
getting up and leaving.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Pizza.
No.
Alright, so I'm gonna read this Banished Review because I haven't even heard of it.
Dude,
There's
Okay.
special occurs
I
when
did actually.
Kate's-
I actually like got up and threw my headset, just walked away.
I didn't even notice.
There's a special feeling that occurs when a game indicates that it knows what its players are going to want to do and seems to gently guide just right. In the City Builder Banished, that moment occurred for me almost as soon as I loaded the tutorial. I'm
Yeah,
done. I'm done.
I read about it on Steam the other
It
day.
looks like it's
Gently
Sim.
guide you.
I really want to buy it.
This,
Guide it.
I think
Is it,
this looks like
Spencer,
Age of
is it like a
Empires.
strategy survival simulator?
It's like SimCity, but way better.
It kind of looks like Age of Empires to me, like the third one.
Yeah, it looks like a mix between Age of Empires and SimCity.
Yeah, from the
which is
from the
in-
pictures
Yeah,
I'm
it
looking,
does.
it looks like an old style town, like almost you know, like the type of stuff you would see on Skyrim, that kind of like type of
Almost, but it's like
town
it's
setting, that kind
like
of
but it's the strategist.
It is
war.
set in a pre-industrial Europe style world.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
straw and wood houses.
I have to
Yeah.
apologize for my father. He has problems. Not really, but I can pretend he does.
But
Yeah.
the graphics, architectural style, and constant impressive weather effects make me think of it as nothing less than Skyrim City. Quote,
What?
I with the article.
Well, bam! What did I just say?
It's
I don't remember. What did I just say?
I
don't
like
know.
it.
What
There's
did you say?
a lot of positive reviews, and it looks like a kind of game that I
Who
want.
Yeah,
are you?
I mean, the basic
people?
summary
I'm
of
not a fan of SimCity or
But it's not. It's there's biggest in SimCity because it's going to be survival, and SimCity is more like metropolitan.
it's a,
Yeah,
it's
just
a, it's
like
a,
build whatever you want.
It's
like-
it's basically it's a,
I'm saying the mechanics are similar, but the actual gameplay is completely different, from what I can read.
all right.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah,
It does
that
to
makes
me.
sense.
Yeah, see, it's a city building game, and it's got like a good learning curve, or I mean like a difficulty curve, and it's a strategy game. It's really nice, but as far as I can tell, it needs like a campaign type mode thing.
All right, I have to go get pizza. I'll be back.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, but I mean, if they could have like a campaign mode into it instead of it just being like a creative, just build whatever. Like even Minecraft had general story or plot that
Yeah.
our campaign you go through is to kill the Ender Dragon, then kill the Wither. I mean, it looks fun to me, at least, as long as they add in like a campaign. But I mean, if it's a person versus person, or a PvP, I'd be fine with that, or PvC,
All right.
which is person versus computer.
So, the other topic Elijah wanted to talk about was Titanfall.
Yes.
It's a shooter.
Let me
And
get that real quick.
People play it.
It looks really cool. I mean, I talk about this a lot. It reminds me of a game called Robotech, which was for the GameCube. And that was a game that came out quite a while ago. And it's basically the same concept. Although I'm sure the story and the whole thing is different. With Robotech, it was like alien. You were battling like giant 50-foot aliens. Except
See-
they also were robots. So I don't know.
That
Hey,
sounds
could
like I don't
could you
want
send
to
a link real
destroy.
quick to it?
Oh, well, we don't have the link because Elijah put the Banished review twice instead of Titanfall.
Dang it, Elijah.
Sorry.
But either way, people are going to buy it to play the multiplayer, and the multiplayer is going to be the same as Call of Duty. It's stupid.
But with robots.
Woohoo!
It's kind of like
It says Call of Duty with mechs.
it also reminds me of Pacific Rim, the movie.
Yeah, which is what I was thinking too, because it seems a lot like the.
I don't know what the main story of Titanfall means.
Like the
It's
Jaegers.
I know it's a first-person shooter and it involves robots. It's focused on 6 versus 6 multiplayer. It's a multiplayer exclusive game. It doesn't have a story.
Wow!
That's
stupid.
It cannot be played alone. It has.
So apparently the new trend is not to have a campaign.
Wow, that's stupid. And I understand that
Campaigns
things are moving more towards multiplayer games,
But
which I don't like, by the way.
I mean, I'd rather have
That doesn't just go for shooters. That goes for everybody. Nintendo's doing that with like Super Mario 3D World, making it 4-player.
Well, Super Smash Bros.
And well, Super Smash Bros. Is a competitive game. It is meant only to be played like that.
Well,
and I don't understand why every game has to.
Well, so is
Yes.
Titanfall. I mean,
And so is Call of Duty, and so is Halo, and so is every other shooter like this that gets popular for no reason. But
people like
okay.
I mean, at least Halo had a campaign. I mean,
yes, but there are more people that
probably
thought it.
the most decent shooter of the ones you've.
Yes, Halo was definitely the best one of the ones that. But Super Smash Bros. Had a story.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Super Smash Bros. is made to be a friendly game, like not online as well.
Yeah.
It's meant to be played with friends and only with friends.
Yeah.
But people buy it.
I mean, I can understand why they're going that way, because it seems more like people are only playing because of friends. I mean,
yeah,
that's kind of why I play Minecraft.
Yeah.
Right, but let's talk about the guy that doesn't have internet.
What, the one that lives on the other side of the world?
Or maybe they have Comcast or Time Warner Cable, and their internet goes out every other day for no reason.
Yeah.
And then they can't play their game that they bought for $60.
Well, I'm assuming they would buy the game for $60 if they could play it.
Right.
Well.
But the point is.
I mean, yeah, the game.
For people.
I mean, I don't know. It's not for me. I
remember whenever games were like $20 or $30.
I would not like to buy a multiplayer exclusive game unless I had a very good reason to do so. Like when I bought Gmod, that's because I wanted to play it with you guys. Like, well, actually, it was just me and Blake, but it's still insanely fun to play. Even though it's based on multiplayer alone, you can. I mean, I would buy a multiplayer game if I was planning on playing it with friends, not if I was just playing it, just online.
Of course, which I would do the same thing.
Yeah, but I don't like how every game is moving towards multiplayer. I still want to
Yeah.
play my games single player.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I still like single player games, and
I'm
unfortunately,
not saying there should be games that do multiplayer like this, but every game is going towards that, and people need to stop making those games popular.
I like games
Yeah.
that have options. You know, like a
Mhm.
lot of games have a multiplayer mode, but a lot of them is multiplayer is inferior to single player, and I would prefer a game that is good on either side, like a good single player and a good multiplayer. Not like, oh, here's multiplayer we threw in, or oh, here's a single player if you don't want to play online and you're a loser.
Y-
And
Yeah.
one of them sucks. I mean,
Which I mean, actually, one thing that I would be interested in doing with you guys is there's this British simulator called Artemis. Have you ever heard of it?
I didn't
No.
know. Oh,
Basically, you and a bunch of your friends get together and basically command a ship and pilot it around and destroy enemy ships.
Huh.
It's pretty fun.
Oh, by the way, speaking of multiplayer, I do want to just bring up as a small point.
Yeah.
Nintendo announced that they will shut down their Wii and DS internet services for starting May 20th. After May 20th, you will
now
not
is
be able to play.
this the Nintendo Wii and the DS? Like what DS? DS like DS?
Just DS, the DS, DS Lite and DSi. 3DS will still have its multiplayer.
And like the Wii console.
All right.
The Wii console, not the Wii U, not the 3DS.
Wait,
Now,
so-
I didn't realize. I thought it was like a built-in way to access the router. I didn't realize you had to be like connected to the Wii servers or the Nintendo servers to.
It automatically connects.
Yeah,
Wait,
I didn't
so
realize
like
that.
you won't be able to
Yeah, you won't
like,
be able to get on the
get
internet with the
weather
Wii or
or,
with the DSi.
like your Netflix.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah.
That's
You
stupid.
might be able to do that. I don't think you can play the games, is all.
Oh,
Because
okay,
those are
games.
run. Wait. Services that will keep working on DS after May include the DSi Shop, DS Browser, DSi Browser, while the Wii
That's
keeps
DS.
Netflix, Hulu, Wii Shop Channel, Internet Channel, Pay and Play, and YouTube.
So what are they shutting
Okay.
down? I thought that was like everything.
They're shutting down games like Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros.
Aw.
All because those servers are designated to host those games.
Oh, I thought they
Alright.
meant they were shutting down the internet just for everything. All right, I see that the games have been out for so long that, and yeah, the games have been out for so long, and they have a way to play them multiplayer, without being online.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I can understand that now.
Alright.
Nintendo's probably losing money from those as well, being out so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it costs money to run a server, and if they're running a server for something that's not being
Alright.
utilized very often.
Yeah.
They're losing money, but they're not, losing money. They're getting less money is what it is.
Yeah.
Nintendo is not going to lose money unless they do something like, I don't know, make you not able to trade your games, make it illegal to give your games to your friend, Xbox. No,
That was
but I
stupid.
mean I like multiplayer games. You know how like Super Smash Bros. Is. Oh, speaking of Super Smash Bros. Dallas,
Moving
there have
on.
been new characters announced, correct?
I
Or
think there's been one new
two?
character.
Well,
announced.
there's been one new character and one returning
Okay.
character.
Little
Oh,
Ma-
did we talk about Little Mac already?
No,
I thought we had.
we did not.
I don't think. Not that I'm aware.
We may have talked
Alright.
about Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong is coming back. I don't know how long it's been announced he's been coming back.
Oh, I don't know either. Let me see
well,
if I can.
Just to reiterate, Diddy Kong is returning. Even though if we said that last time, I know we did not talk about Little Mac. Little Mac is from
Elijah,
what?
there's a lot of noise in your background.
Really?
Yeah, it's somebody yelling. Yes, I can hear you.
No, that's not me.
It's not me. I'm not hearing it. You're just crazy, Dallas.
Yes, I can
there's
hear
a-
you and I can hear the game.
There's a TV in my basement, but I can just barely hear it, and like the doors are shut.
Yeah, I
everything.
can just barely.
Hold
make
on a
that
second.
out.
Elijah, I'm going to kick you for a second.
Wait, I'll mute my microphone. All right.
So, is it?
No. Okay. So what happened is when I got kicked, call graph was still going, but when I tried rejoining the call, none of this stuff was queuing up, like my microphone or anything. And when I tried to, when I stopped the recording and tried to open it again, it gave me an error, like the video format was corrupted or something.
Oh,
But I'm able to open it up. I guess call graph just derped.
yeah. Call graph's stupid.
All right.
All right. Are we recording again?
Yes, we're recording now. Can you still hear stuff?
All right. Well, I figured it out. I had a stream open in the background, and it was full blast, and your blue bubble thing was lighting up at the exact same time as it was talking.
Mhm.
And every time I talked back to it, it was talking back to me. It was like, "Can you hear me?" I was like, "Yes, I can hear you." "You can hear me? Can you hear the game too?" I was like, "Yes, I can hear that too." And it was like, "All right." And I was like, "Oh."
All right, so I'm gonna consider that Dallas's equivalent of Spencer playing Minecraft during the recording.
Okay, so.
Well, it was
so,
broken for like 4 hours.
Okay, so we should probably start the podcast again here. So.
All right.
Yeah.
We're talking about the the new
wait,
Super Smash.
wait.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait,
I'm
I'll
not
begin
gonna
it.
leave that
Okay.
part in there.
I'll begin it. Okay.
No, Jeremiah.
Dude, we already began it. The moment I
Yeah, but
Jeremiah, the moment I
fine.
joined back in, we began the call.
Yeah, I know. It's just.
So like I'm not
like,
cutting this out. This is in the video right now.
Dang it. You and your editing skills are lacking.
Oh yeah, because I have to totally adjust Dallas's volume every time he yelled in his microphone with the call with Blake. My editing skills are lacking. I've seen your videos that you make, Jerry.
The one I made.
the video that you make.
All right. When was our last podcast release?
I think I want to say early February.
All right. So I don't know if we've talked about Little Mac or Diddy Kong then.
All right.
Because if we hadn't talked about Little Mac, we definitely haven't talked about Diddy Kong. But
Diddy Kong. Okay, I know we didn't talk about Little Mac.
all right. So Little Mac was announced, which I actually called when I saw the boxing ring back at E3, but I think he's going to be broken because he has a one-hit KO move that charges like Wario's fart in Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
What?
And instead of having yourself blink, there's a meter at the bottom of the screen that shows you how charged the punch is. And that move is just going to be broken.
What?
And I hope they tone it down a little bit.
So like what? Ganondorf's up in A attack.
What?
Like in Super Smash Bros. Melee, Ganondorf's move where he would like raise his foot up, that kind of thing.
No. Like Wario's fart, it just charges up over time throughout the match. You don't even have to do anything. It just charges up by itself even when you're doing stuff. And then when it finishes charging, you can use your neutral B, and it's a one-hit KO.
Always, kind of like
Always.
Kind of like in Melee with Jigglypuff.
That wasn't always a one-hit KO. It's kind of like Dragoon, the item in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. If you hit, instant death from anywhere on the screen, unless something blocks you from leaving the screen.
All right, yeah, okay, I understand.
But Little Mac's cool. I'm glad they added him.
Mm-hmm.
He deserved to be in there.
What game is he from?
Punch Out.
Punch Out. Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right, and then Diddy Kong. They announced that he's coming back. Wasn't a big surprise. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, which is something we could have talked about, but I wouldn't have known anything about, so it's not a big deal.
What's up with this villager guy?
Dang it.
What, Jerry?
Shut up, Jerry.
Shut up, Jerry.
Alright, so Diddy Kong's there, and apparently, according to Sakurai, the designer, he has longer reach now. So all of his attacks reach farther than they did before.
Dallas, is that your end?
What, the clanking and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure Jerry didn't just like leave his computer and get a bowl of cereal.
Alright.
That happens.
Next thing, Twitch plays Pokemon.
Yep.
Oh, goodness.
All right. So we haven't done a podcast since that
Jesus.
started.
And they're already at red on Crystal.
All right. So Twitch. Okay. Twitch plays Pokemon. I'm sure everyone knows about this. It is a game on Twitch where the chat controls the character.
That
You
just
type
seems like
up,
a
he goes up.
completely
You
bad
type B,
idea.
he goes B.
Now, hold on a
The
second.
problem being, no, I'm going to how this started out. Problem being, he would move for every person that said something. Now, with a 40-second Twitch delay and so many like thousands and thousands of people doing commands.
I think the cap's at 120,000 people.
Yeah.
Somewhere around
So many
there.
people doing commands, they got like literally nothing done.
And they
It
somehow
was
Pokemon.
like,
Yeah.
it's like for 5 hours,
So
they
no-
would just
yeah.
stay in one room.
It took them 12 days to
I
beat Pokemon.
bookmarked a page. I'm going.
Something.
Okay, this is Twitch. I'll either put this on the screen or link it in the description. This is Twitch plays Pokemon in a nutshell. Oh crap! All right, hold on.
Could
I'm gonna have to find it again. It's not my bookmarks, but I know where I got it from. So, all right. So basically, I'll show you. I'll keep on talking about this. Basically, after a while, they decided the instant. Like, I would prefer that the guy kept it the way it was, just for sake of keeping it. But he gave in to people's demands and created a democracy mode, where
Which seems
if
pretty
people
smart, actually.
typed anarchy or democracy in the chat, there was a meter, and whenever it went more into anarchy or democracy, it would switch. Democracy, every 10 seconds, whatever the most typed button is, that's what he did. Now, with a 40-second Twitch delay, it's still hard to do, but it's easy. But it was better. So.
But I like how the first thing they did was they
there was
released
a
their starter.
complication though. A complication was the anarchy democracy thing.
Mhm.
They had to be over 70% of the chat saying democracy in order for it to be democracy.
All right. Yeah.
If it was any less than that, it was anarchy mode where everybody got their vote, which was great. I like that. I entered in a button on both of them just so I could say I was a part of it.
I didn't. I watched it. I went on the page. I went on there. I looked at it after they already beat red, or was it red version they played?
Yeah, they played red and now they're playing crystal, and apparently they're at red on crystal.
All right. This basically summed up Twitch plays Pokemon in a nutshell. Their encounter with Giovanni. This is how it went.
There's Pidgeys.
When they went to the Sylph Tower, they spent hours and hours in the elevator leading to Giovanni's office, trying to get into his office. And when they did, they went in, bumped around the walls a little bit, and then left. And then spent more hours in the elevator. And after they beat him and the Master Ball was right there, they managed to go into their inventory and get a Diglett to use Dig.
What?
And leave. It may not have been. No, I think it was Eradicate or something. But they managed to leave after spending hours getting up there and not.
I don't even understand how they caught something.
They
Seriously?
caught Zapdos with a Master Ball. They managed to keep the Master Ball and not toss it and use it on Zapdos.
How?
There-
Okay, well,
now, there's
I like
been,
how
like,
how
the
the first
Twitch-
thing they decided to do was to actually release their starter,
Mhm.
because they caught like I think it was a Pidgey and named it Pidgey Jesus.
Yeah, because it like carried the entire team.
Yeah.
And they managed to release their starter when he was, I think when it was a Charmeleon, like a few gyms and like, and
Hey guys,
yeah.
they managed to beat Pokemon Crystal as well.
Oh, they did. How long ago?
Like today.
Oh.
They're now playing Link's Awakening.
Oh, you heard it here first.
Oh wait, never mind. They're not actually playing that.
Right.
Twitch plays Pokemon will resume shortly. Thank you for
We
watching.
should play Ruby.
What do they do that's so special?
Oh my gosh, we're not explaining it
Yeah,
again.
sorry, Spencer. Should have been here. My bad. You're bad.
All right, what is this Dogi coins?
No, dude. we're not near enough done with this topic.
I am. I don't want to hear about it anymore. It broke Twitch chat for 4 days.
Yeah, I hate
My
I
goodness.
do hate it, but you have to look at it and go, okay, well that's something, and then and then you can, well, it's been Twitch Plays Pokemon has been so big that people have created like lore around explaining around what has happened in the game,
They've also
like how the
Where can I find this
created
stuff?
more stuff
there's a
like
Jerry,
Twitch Ocarina of Time.
yeah, there's
That's a thing.
yeah, and
They have infinite health and infinite magic, and that's it.
you know the guy that made this has so much money, and it must have took him like 20 seconds to program this.
No, it would have
Dude,
taken long.
no, dude. You write a script. When somebody says up, the character in game goes up. It's not something complicated.
Yeah, but it still has
that
to
says.
track it off of an IRC client.
I know it's an IRC script. It's not a big thing. I'll explain this.
But it's not 20 seconds. Only took him a day or two.
Okay? Do you know what MUDs are?
No.
Okay, MUD. Like a long time ago, you know, text-based adventure games where it was only text. It's like you see this, what do you do, and you continue that way.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Okay,
It was more
Good
of like up to the
Boulderfist.
imagination.
He
Oh,
was
dude.
involved in that. He wrote a script that's exactly like Twitch Plays Pokemon, but for MUDs, and it was controlled all from IRC, and that happened like 5 years ago.
Oh.
So it's not
But I
like
mean,
it's not
Good
like
is a
this is
pretty
a
good
new it's a new thing on like because it's on Twitch, but it's not like a difficult concept. It's just now been applied. But there's another photo I saw. It's like, hey, what you doing? Watching thousands of people control a Pokemon character? Why? I don't know.
But it's interesting.
No,
So I have friends on Twitch, and I talk to them in chat while they play whatever game they're playing sometimes.
Yeah.
And when Twitch Plays Pokemon first started, Twitch servers crashed because of how much chatting there was.
Yeah.
And obviously they're going to put all of their power into the channels that bring them the most money. So all the small people that didn't have anything, and even some of the bigger people, didn't have chat for 4 or 5 days. And eventually, they switched the client that chat ran off of and just used the same template.
My goodness.
So
Yeah, so they beat the first game in 16 days, and there's something else that happened in game. They managed to get the glitch in Lavender Tower where if you look at or if you get caught by one of the Team Rocket guys at the right time, he walks up to you and traps you in a corner, and they had to grind their way to getting everybody fainted, and that took hours because they were so over leveled by getting stuck in Lavender Tower for so long. So
Did they not have any like
there was no way they could
like
get out.
growls?
There was no way they could get out of Lavender Tower. Well, I guess they could have, but there's no way they would have been able to manage that feat by like digging out or something. So they were just
It would have sucked if
they were just stuck there for hours grinding until they died.
It would suck if they just had only attack moves and no PP left.
Yes, the way
'Cause then
that
you couldn't do
well,
anything.
that would be better for them.
Well, no,
in
they'd
that
be stuck there
situation.
permanently.
no,
they would all their Pokemon would faint.
what would have been hilarious?
No, because then they couldn't do a move.
Dallas.
They
Because
struggle.
they have no PP left.
They use struggle. Apparently, you haven't played enough Pokemon to
Hey,
run out of moves before.
Yeah, Dallas is
Oh!
Dallas.
Apparently, you don't suck enough to run out of moves. You go to a Pokemon Center.
Yeah,
What? Freaking people.
Dallas.
But
Yeah,
seriously
Never
though,
run out of power.
if you run out of PP, then you use a move called Struggle, and Struggle does like triple the damage to yourself that it does to the opposing Pokemon.
Okay.
So, if you attack, you take damage.
Okay, does struggle hit everything,
3 times.
or is it a normal
Yeah,
attack?
is a question mark type, so it hits everything
Alright,
equally.
All right, because I was gonna say if it's normal and they're in Lavender Tower and the is a normal type and the ghost can't hit them, they're just stuck there forever.
That would suck.
I'm pretty sure that the ghost would eventually run out of PP moves, and you struggle and kill
Yeah,
itself
I think-
after about 3 days.
I think overnight they got stuck in the PC and managed to release like 90% of the Pokemon they had.
I remember hearing about that.
It was like it was like the Great Massacre. They released like 40 Pokemon and from like that they had gotten in the Safari Zone and stuff.
All right,
Yep.
let's move on. I can't stand hearing about Twitch Pokemon anymore.
I don't know anything about Crystal version. I haven't seen anything on that. I just saw a video from Jaywitz talking about moments from the actual Twitch Plays Pokemon, and that's how I know everything. I've never watched it. I looked at them play Crystal for maybe 30 seconds, and that's as most I've ever been. And I don't know where they were. I think they were like in the basement of the casino, maybe. I have no idea.
So what is this Doge coin?
Doge. Okay.
Yeah.
So Doge is a meme. All right.
Yeah,
It's a
understand
very
that.
weird meme, where it's a dog. It's a dog giving a look at the camera, and the meme is like broken English, and it's like, and it's like they've attributed it to how this dog is supposed to talk, and it's like very wow, much learning, that kind of thing. And it's really weird. He uses many, such, much before saying a noun, and people have made something attributed to this dog called Dogecoins, which you can actually on some sites trade in for Bitcoins. And there's an article I found here where there's many. Do you know what Bitcoins are?
Define Bitcoins for our viewers.
All right. Bitcoins is like electronic currency you can earn by doing things online, and you can one Bitcoin is equivalent to I think a few million US dollars.
What?
But you can get like when you earn Bitcoins, you get like 0.01 Bitcoins. Like
Okay.
a very small amount.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's what one Bitcoin is worth. I'd have to look it up. One Bitcoin is worth a lot of money, but you earn Bitcoins in very small amounts of a Bitcoin.
When the thing is how Bitcoins earned is you're just you're cracking codes.
Yeah, you're given like
so every time you crack code, you get a coin.
Yeah, you like there's like big formulas and like sometimes they do like a giant like code solving hunt thing, and when people turn in like somebody turned in a right answer and got it and was able to get like I don't know $500,000 worth from solving something.
Right, but it gets harder all the time because it tries to distribute it equally. So the more computers trying to get bitcoins, the harder it's gonna be to get them. Which means, so at this point, if you were to set up like a small computer and try and get some, you never would.
All right, so there is
because this would be powerful.
there's a campus-based Dogecoin generation.
By the way, it's worth $630 currently.
One Bitcoin.
One Bitcoin.
All right, see. I don't know. So like 0.01 Bitcoins is like maybe a few dollars. So I mean,
I don't think you can 0.01.
you
Bitcoins.
can buy 0.01 Bitcoins.
Right, but you never be able to mine
Yeah,
0.01
yeah.
Bitcoin.
Now Dogecoins is it's a way of you can exchange on Dogecoins for Bitcoins, and it's a way of Bitcoin mining. And Bitcoins rise and fall all the time. Somebody was able to trade in Bitcoins. Like there's a company that lets you trade in Bitcoins for Lamborghinis, and they've only done that once or twice, and that's kind of like a promotion thing for them. To be honest, they could spare a few Lamborghinis if they're making those, and now yeah. So there's 200 cryptocurrencies that can be exchanged into Bitcoins, and people were using Dogecoin mining as a way to get a bunch of bitcoins, and this university banned Facebook because Facebook was a method for getting Dogecoins. Something on Facebook. I'm not quite sure. I'm looking at this article. And apparently it was involving this university, and the university has nothing about permission for this in their policies, and they're saying it should be banned because people are actually getting a lot of money by doing this.
Yep.
See now, okay, here's how this works. Like a miner, like miner, miner for bitcoins. He can, if he has access to the IT department, he can run a computer 100% of its capacity for long as possible to extract a bunch of coins.
But it wouldn't happen that fast, most likely.
No, but I
That'd
mean,
be a pretty powerful computer.
yeah, but I know. I mean, it's a certain university, and it's getting, and he's just like leaving this computer to do this and getting bitcoins, and it's running down the computer's lifespan as well, but it's against the university policy. But I'm just like, Dogecoins, like I understand bitcoins. Dogecoins is retarded. I don't like the Doge meme. The Doge meme sucks, and return. Okay. There's a calculator determining the return on investment for mining cryptocurrency. You can spend hundreds of pounds to produce a handful of Dogecoins. Now this is in Britain, England, so pounds is a few dollars, and it's not worth the effort. But in a university environment, and they're paying for the electricity, you're getting Dogecoins for free by using this computer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but eventually they'll stop distributing.
Yeah.
Coins.
So
it
people
doesn't
are
matter.
earning money by using the university stuff, and the university's trying to ban this.
I just want to establish something. Way back in the day, money used to be backed by gold.
Yeah.
Now it's backed by an honor system.
Seriously.
And that's why this is possible.
the dollar is going down in price, but pays are not going up. So here's everything is more expensive because in America the dollar costs or is worth less, but your pay doesn't increase because of this. But the poor still gets tons of money from the government if they have kids.
Yep.
So I'm promoting communism, and
All right. So can we move on to the Makey Makey? Something I actually want to talk about.
Sure.
So the Makey Makey is the coolest thing. It uses gator plugs, or what's the official name, Spencer? Not plugs.
Clips.
I don't know what you're talking about. So.
Alligator
I think
clip.
they're gator clips.
Yeah, alligator clip.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Where'd you get plugs?
I don't know.
He has
Anyways,
his mind
they
on something
use
entirely
gate-
different.
Yeah.
dang it, guys. They use gator clips connected to anything. From a banana to Play-Doh to a bucket of water to
Cheese.
paper. And it connects to a computer chip of sorts that is called the Makey Makey, which connects to your computer through a USB port. And what it does is it makes any button on, or anything that you want become a button for your computer. So they were playing Mario on a Play-Doh controller.
Great.
It was pretty sweet.
Nice.
Everybody, please go to makeymakey.com and check out the video. It's great. Yes.
Come wash my back.
That's disturbing. Okay.
Um.
Well, Dallas is all.
Yeah. Well, there's
Oh,
not a whole
occupied.
lot to say about Makey Makey. Go check it out. It looks cool. Gator clips are awesome.
Gator clips are the new duct tape. Or is duct tape the new gator clips?
What?
Both.
Shut up.
Both.
Go away. No one likes you.
All right.
So,
Just had to tell me that I need to call my grandmother. So I'll do that after we're done with the podcast.
all right.
Oh,
So,
your grandmother.
I guess I mean Makey Makey was just a really quick topic. There's not a lot to discuss about that, I guess.
Yeah,
Um.
I won't.
So
All right.
should we move on to our debate?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. This one might actually be a debate this time. I have no idea. I know Dallas likes consoles. It's console versus PC gaming. I mean, I can argue either side, but my honest opinion is PC gaming
PC.
is better.
Yeah.
I have to go with PC.
It's consoles just a business model that is ripping people off, if you ask me.
PC gaming is
For the most part, at least.
I mean, in the long run, console gaming costs more money than PC gaming does because of new generations of consoles all the time.
Mm-hmm.
In the
'Cause you
long
have to
run,
constantly buy the
like
new one.
people, I know people say they can't PC game because they can't afford a computer right now. But if you buy a computer, after you withhold
it'll
of
last you
buying
a
the next
good-
generation of console,
Yeah.
and the next iPhone, and
Yeah.
I mean, if you could
The next
just not
generation of
buy that,
iPads.
I know your situation is a little bit different, Dallas. If you
So
if you
let me tell you why you're wrong.
okay.
Because computer will be outdated just as fast as a console will.
Yes, but it'll remain just the same. It'll keep its quality.
You can also
I mean, that's not the
I know
same.
you can also
My laptop for 5 years, and now the battery's dead, and it won't turn on sometimes.
well, Dallas, you can also upgrade a computer.
right.
Like you can put in.
Yeah, you can't. It's hard to. On the Xbox, you'd have to like send it to Xbox, and then they could fix it for you. But you can't. Not many people could do it themselves, or I don't
Yeah.
think I comfortably would.
I wouldn't either. However, the games released on PC are not for me.
Well, I mean,
But that's the thing is every game that's released. They hear me out here. Every game that's released on an Xbox or a PS4 could be released for a computer. It's just that they aren't.
No,
Every game that's released on Xbox and PS4, I don't want to buy.
I know.
But you get my point. That's not my point.
See,
It's not my
Dallas, your argument is the Nintendo console Nintendo consoles.
No, not necessarily. I'm talking about companies that I like on console, not systems.
But
companies.
Yeah, okay.
Such as Square Enix, who has made games for Xbox,
Alright.
PlayStation, and Nintendo.
Square Enix is an overall good company.
Yes.
Yeah.
They will not do anything on PC. They won't do much on PC. Their core games are going to be on console. And that's because they work on console better.
Yeah, I understand.
They are meant to be played with a controller in your hand,
Yep.
which is what a lot of PC games lack. A lot of PC games are meant for a mouse and keyboard. I like a controller in my hand.
Yeah.
But you can plug a controller into a computer.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, but if a game is meant to be played with mouse and keyboard, it's not going to operate as well with a controller.
But again, it comes back to the thing is, you could have a game not meant to be played by mouse and keyboard on a computer.
You can also
There's
have
nothing that
dual-purpose
says that.
games. Like games have an option
But games are going to have that.
Okay, here.
And plus you can get
A game that was made for that. I don't know. I didn't.
Can I say something?
My point is that it could be that way. I'm not saying it is.
All right.
You don't get what I'm saying.
So I'm going, Dallas. This doesn't really.
Especially your point and my point are the same, except we're arguing two different sides of it.
Yeah.
See, your point is they could be, but it isn't. My point is they could be, but it isn't. That's why I'm not doing it.
You're okay. See,
Okay, that's fine, but you're getting a little defensive.
it's fine,
here.
but you're wrong. I'm joking. No, Dallas, I wanna argue the.
I'm right, you're wrong. That's just how it is.
I want to argue against the side that is not being held in this argument. I guess so. The people that prefer the people.
Hold on a second.
Mhm.
I really thought you were going to say we really need to bring back arcade games. That's
All right. The people that like Call of Duty and Halo and Grand Theft Auto and those games, and they say console is better. You can get all those games and play them perfectly fine on the computer, and they have an option to plug in a controller and play it exactly like it would be on a console. Um,
Okay, Dallas.
like those games, and they have those modes, and it's literally the exact same game on the computer, played the same way, except it's on a computer, and you can play games over different consoles on the computer. And the big games that come out that everybody likes does come out on the computer, maybe a month later.
Mm-hmm. Which like several of the Final Fantasies
So I
have
think
been put
I
out on
think
computer, but that's
PC
only a month
Those are
later.
PC is
Final
superior in the aspect if you're playing those games and if you're on a console and you're buying both of the new generations of consoles every year and getting all those
Yeah.
games rather than buying them on the computer and being able to and you have them in an online storage, and if you go to a different computer you can play the same game by downloading it.
I think PC could be superior if it allowed itself open to everything instead of being shut down in certain aspects.
I think a PC would definitely be superior if everything was able to be made on PC, but it isn't in order to keep console industry alive as well. Shut up, Spencer.
What? That
And
was pretty harsh, man.
and console industry is still a very good industry.
No, it is, and it's because PC and console are still at war with each other in some aspects.
And in my personal opinion, I think console gaming is still winning.
Yeah, and console gaming is definitely older than PC gaming, and
Oh,
I
by far.
yeah, and I believe that in the future PC gaming will be the new thing, and people will be playing console games for nostalgia purposes, but it's still gonna be
Well,
fun.
the problem with that is that consoles are standardized and computers aren't. So the problem you run into with the biggest problem with computers is there's games people can play and there's games people can't play for various reasons. And the good thing about a console is you buy a console, every game made for an Xbox will be able to run on an Xbox
Well, I
unless
mean,
you do something stupid
unless
like
the
hit the
Xbox
hammer.
comes DOA.
But you get
Yeah,
what I'm
no,
saying.
I understand your point. Yes.
But it comes DOA, then you'll tell Xbox and be like, oh shit, we better do something about that.
Right.
And it'll
Here,
send you a new one.
we'll make something good. Hold on.
So I'm pretty sure we've come to the conclusion there are many problems with both sides,
Mhm.
and there are many strengths to both sides, and it's all a matter of opinion.
Yep.
At this point,
And right,
because
yeah.
until one pulls ahead by far, say,
I believe console gaming is better for Dallas because Dallas doesn't like a very large number of games, and the games that are available on PC, Dallas in general does not like.
and a lot of the games on PC are multiplayer games because it's a PC,
Yeah.
and it's available to play multiplayer all the time
Yeah.
because it's a PC. And a lot of the games I like to play aren't PC because I don't have friends.
We'll leave that there.
Thanks a lot, Dallas.
Thank you all for watching.
Wait, crap, Jordan's story.
Oh, geez.
I've been around them a lot.
Yeah, but
Doesn't
your
mean I have a
story
story.
sucks, Spencer.
I have.
Yeah, I never have a stories because I have bad memory.
I could tell them. Okay, so, between the last podcast and now, me, Spencer, Jordan, and Mason, who's never been on the podcast, but he's still our friend, went
He's been
to
on
Maybe we
Skype.
should
a
get him on.
robotics competition
Mhm.
in Terre Haute, Indiana, and it was fun.
Indiana, why would you go to that place?
Shut up, Jerry. Anyways, Jordan was our driver of the robot this year, and
We live in Canada.
there was a guy, or there was a team,
Don't you know?
234 Cyber Blue, who are the biggest jerks ever. They tried to break other people's robots that were on their team. And when we played a match against them, Jordan decided "Hey, let's start a war here," and he rammed them at 80 feet per second and
What?
tried to break pieces of the robot when they were standing still. And the good news is
Did it work?
they lost in the competition overall. They got second. Their alliance got second in finals.
Did you get first?
No,
All right, but they lost too, so it's okay.
but when I wasn't paying attention because I was talking to other members of our team at the time,
Uh-huh.
but people that were waiting in the stands that were not me were they told me that during the time that they announced all the finalist teams to be congratulated for, they were like, Team 1024, big roar from the crowd and applaud, and then Team 234, just a tiny clap and stuff. It was not nearly as much as any of the other teams that competed.
You have the one mom jump
Wait,
up and
was that
cheer
your
and then
team
look
that got the
around
big
and
roar?
sit back down.
What, Jeremiah?
Was that your team that got the big round of applause, or?
No. We didn't make it into final round. We made it into the finals, and we lost in quarterfinals due to bad ref calls. But we would have lost in semifinals anyways.
Due to bad ref calls.
That's our disagreements, but Spencer's opinion doesn't matter because he disagrees. But that's the best Jordan story we have for today.
Yeah, I liked the debate because it was an actual debate this time. People yelled at each other. That's
Yeah.
fun.
Well, I mean, it wasn't really.
That's not it, Dallas.
Dallas, you stink. You were the minority here, and you must leave.
Dallas, I love. Wait a minute.
Dallas, we have a reserve for Nintendo.
Did we talk
console
about push to
gamers.
talk?
What? Oh yeah.
Oh,
did we talk about
yeah.
push
Push
to
to talk is a thing.
No, we didn't.
Talking before you
Yeah, I
your
mean,
microphone,
there's plenty of time.
and you want to go and do that, and people like always don't like want to press. They enter. Bye guys.
See ya.
Let's start talking in the middle of the sentence.
All right. This is gonna make a great
There, so
outro.
you're
You guys
entering
ready?
the middle of the sentence.
Spencer, why are you streaming the podcast?
It's extreme.
Because
podcast.
I can.
Yeah, soon the
It's-
I was
podcast.
actually going to do that eventually.
Spencer's streaming the podcast on Twitch TV. Go check him out.
Twitch TV.
Because
Twitch
Twitch
TV.
will be nothing.
Twitch
But more importantly, go check me out because I'll actually stream eventually.
TV/Mere Crazy.
That was actually.
It maybe you can catch it on time.
All right. Thank you all for watching.
This has been the LunchTable podcast, where the meat's mystery for the time.
But where we kick Jeremiah and then cast without him. Goodbye, everybody.
All right.